Navalava Gidivaladari Yashodanandana Bhajana Ranjana Shodanandana Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaladhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaladhari Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaladhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaladhari Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanajari Tira Vanajari Jaya Radha Madhava Ki Jai. Very nice that everybody's here. One question, who doesn't speak German? Okay, who doesn't speak English? Ha ha ha, no. Can we have a translator for... You speak German? Okay, then, sorry, Kishori. No, 2 against 1. Can somebody translate from English to German, please? We have some volunteers. Okay, then we have volunteers who can translate from German to English.
I wouldn't need it, I understand some German. So if you do it in German,
Magst du vielleicht für Kuchori übersetzen, für ein Englisch ins Deutsche? Okay, super. No, we have one. Prabhu will translate from Kuchori Mataji from English to German.
someone can translate.
Taku. Nee, hier, du brauchst noch Bhagavad Gita. Sanjay Prabhu. Taku. Ich muss einfach laut Sanjay rufen. Ich will Maha. Okay, I will speak in English. Prabhu will translate from English to German. Give him one moment. He's just waiting for the pujari. May he get some maha or may not, who knows. Yeah, give him something. No, Thakur, come. Anuttara will give you some maha prasadam. It's your senior god sister, you cannot say no. Okay, today we're reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 19. Somebody here is for the first time in a class? So everybody is more or less familiar what we're doing? Okay, that's very nice. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gyanam Kamacha Kartacha Tridaiva Guna Bhedataha Prochate Guna Sankyane Yatavat Chirnutani Api Gyanam Kamacha Kartacha Tridvaidva Guna Bhedataha Prochate Guna Sankyana Yatha Vacha Chirnutani Api Gyanam Kamacha Kartacha Trihaiva Guna Bhedataha Projate Guna Sankyane Yatha Krishna Yathavat Chirnutani Tanai Api. Okay, Prabhus, please. Yanam Kama Chakarta Cha Guna Bhedataha Yatha Charitana Api Kanam Kama Chakarta Cha Triyadya Guna Bhedataha Vachai Guna Sankhaine Yatha Kachana Apadi. Okay, ladies, please. Gyanam Chakata Kata Cha Tiraya Guna Bhedataha Pachai Guna Sankyane Yatha Prachunyatanapi. Yep, nobody else, no problem. Then we chant before we start with something. Om Akyana Twandasya Janangana Chalakya Chakshumanan Vitanena Tasmashi Gure Namaham Chichetanya Mano Bishtam Stapistam Tena Bhuttale Svaram Bhupa Karakaryam Taretiswa Vedampikam. Okay, I have to switch to English. Jnanam, knowledge. Karma, work. Cha, also. Karta, worker. Cha, also. Trida, of three kinds. Eva, certainly. Guna Bhedataha. In terms of different moods of material nature. Viruchate are said. Guna Sankyane. In terms of different modes. Yatha what? Sorry. As they are. Shrinu. Here. Tani. All of them. Api. Also. Translation. According of three different moods of material nature, there are three kinds of knowledges, actions and performer of actions. And now here of them for me. Purport by His Divine Grace A.S. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the 14th chapter, the three divisions of the moods of material nature were elaborately described. In that chapter, it was said that the mood of goodness is illuminating, the mood of passion materialistic, and the mood of ignorance conduce to laziness and indulgence. All the moods of material nature are binding. They are not sources of liberation. Even in the mood of godness, one is conditioned. In the 17th chapter, the different types of worships by different types of men in different moods of material nature were described. In this verse, the Lord says that He wishes to speak about the different types of knowledge, workers and work itself according to the three material moods. Very nice. Somebody remembers the three moods of material nature? And what their characteristics? Somebody wants? Wenn ich zu schnell spreche, musst du mir sagen, Taco, ne? Kannst du ruhig die Hand heben und dann weiß ich bin zu schnell. Okay. Nobody remembers the three moods of material nature? Very good. Let me add a little bit. It's Krishna. This connection here, unbelievable. Basically, for the mood of ignorance, it's also you are lazy, you sleep too long. It's also part of some characteristics. For passion, it's also that you're very passionate, that you want to get the things done. Sometimes you don't even think about the consequences of the stuff what you're doing, but you have it done. That's the main part. And for goodness, that you know why you things are you doing, and you're doing it to the right time and to the right person with the right consciousness, hopefully. But normally we all influenced by these three material moods. Sometimes ignorance is dominating, sometimes passion is dominating, and sometimes goodness is dominating. But it's very interesting, Prabhupada described here, all these moods are binding us. So how they are binding us? Basically, if you are lazy and sleeping too long, you bind to your bed, you get nothing done, you don't earn money, you just have to live from the job center more or less because you don't have a proper job. You nearly survive with the stuff what you can earn from the things. From passion are normally the super businessmen. They just have a super business. They want to earn a lot of money, or they have this deep burning desire to get something done in their life. Mostly it's materialistic things. They want to achieve big goals. They want to be a super big politicians. They want to earn a lot of money. For this, they have to do a lot. And then we have mood of goodness, what's basically means it's like when you're a priest or you have spiritual knowledge and use it in the right sense. And then Prabhupada is also mentioned, all the moods of meditation, they are not source of liberation. So then we can ask ourselves, okay, if that's not the source of liberation, what's then the source of liberation? What we have to do for it? Somebody have an idea? Nobody have an idea what source of liberation is? Okay, I can explain. Like explained in Bhagavad Gita, basically the easiest way for liberation in this age, I have to say we have, there are 4 ages described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We now live in the age of Kali, the Iron Age, where people are cruel and fighting with each other very easily, basically over nothing. And we can see it practically all over the world. They're fighting for nothing because they just have different opinions or saying, I'm Muslim, you are Christian, I don't like you, my God says this and that, and that's the reason I kill you. So then you just producing suffering and so many bad things just because you cannot normally speak with each other and just disagreement. But we have the great fortune that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming, appearing in this age and was giving us the holy name, the Maha Mantra. And that's basically the way for liberation. We just have to chant the holy name and become happy, and then we go back to Godhead. So actually it sounds very easy, but on the other hand, it's not so easy because we have our ego and we have our mind who are always telling us things, how we should do things, or for example, oh no, he doesn't treat me like I want, that's the reason I don't like this person, or the things doesn't go like I want, that's the reason why I'm getting upset or I'm getting angry. But in the end, it's just all in our head. It's, if you really understand, basically, I mean the main principle, what we have to understand, we are not this body, we are spiritual soul. Basically, our body is just a covering, like when we're sitting in the car and we're driving the car, we are not the car, we are just the driver of the car. Basically, we drive this body, we can tell our body what he can do, what he have to do, where he can go. And normally we forget it very easily because we get so much influenced and basically bombarded by with our senses, with information from outside. I mean, we were living in a big city in Cologne and you see so much advertisement, shopping, here, there, everywhere, restaurants everywhere, and you get so much information in your head and get bombarded that you very easily forget or actually have nothing to do with me. But when you're coming to Samhachalam, where you basically don't have so much, where you more or less have to deal with yourself, and in the beginning it's quite difficult because your mind is super loud and blaring, oh, I want this, oh no, the internet is not working here, I cannot watch YouTube, I don't like it anymore. Or oh no, the heating system doesn't work, I have to take a cold shower in the morning, So, but it's just the mind. Sometimes internet is working, sometimes it doesn't work. I mean, I come from a generation, we didn't have internet. We didn't have smartphones, our cell phones were big like this, and you could just write SMS and call somebody. That's it. And yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think back because at this time, we had to talk with the other person. You had to trust the other person because when you want to meet with your friends, you tell them, okay, I come at 5 to the football field, and then you trust them that they will be there. Nowadays, very easy, you can just write a WhatsApp if you don't want anymore. Oh no, I cancel WhatsApp. Thing done very unpersonally. But that's a nice thing at Samhachalam. You have to deal with yourself because you don't have so much influence from outside. And you can come to your senses, and sometimes it's, I mean, I lived also quite some time here, so it can be quite difficult with your mind, because when you really see how loud your mind is and telling you the things what the mind want to do, but mostly the things are not the best for you. But with training and meditation, we can overcome this very easily. May takes a little bit time, also takes some effort, doesn't go overnight. I mean, for some people it may work overnight, but for me definitely not. For me it takes some time, but it's worth the effort, because you can see you become very relaxed and happy. You may don't recognize it by yourself immediately, but the people around you, may your relatives and friends, will definitely recognize it. If you chant regularly the holy name, seeing the Lord, following the principles, or participate regularly in the program, as long as you are here, you can really see after some time there's a change in yourself. I also had it for myself. In the past I did so much nonsense, I mean I repeated so many times, I was taking drugs, drinking, was in jail, did so much stupid things you cannot imagine. But then some other, I started to chant, reading from Bhagavad Gita, and then the things slowly were disappearing. So process is working, I can promise. We just need a little bit trust in the process. Sometimes it's difficult, especially if you live in the ashram. I mean, you're staying in the workaway ashram, I can imagine. So if you stay with many people on the same place, then it can be a little bit. But it's good, because when there is tension, means there's purification in the end. It's sometimes not easy, but it's okay. If you need a break, you can take a winter day for now. I want to sleep in the tent outside, but maybe not now because it's a little bit cold. But it's okay. Nobody's perfect, and sometimes it's also to have a little distance. So, but Prabhupada also said in the 17th chapter that different types of worship are different types of men and different types of moods. Somebody knows in which type of moods somebody is worshipping? I will tell you, no problem. When you are in goodness, you worship the demigods, because you have a spiritual understanding that you need help from the higher sources. If you are in passion, you worship the demons. Bhagavad Gita saying, it's not my saying. And if you are in illusion, you're worshipping ghost, basically. So now you can say, why is I worshipping demons when you are in passion? Because normally, if you want to make a lot of money, what you do with money? Mostly nonsense you do with your money. I mean, at least my experience, when you have a lot of money, you do a lot of stupid things. Because you can afford it, and it doesn't hurt you if you lose 1 or 2 million if you have 100 million on a bank account. I mean, you can see it on the news, all the rich people in America, all the big movie stars, what all of kinds of nonsense they are doing. It's quite unbelievable. So, I mean, what can you do? Yeah, it's very interesting. And then later, I think it's then tomorrow by Munindra Gana, Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita about the mood of goodness. What is very interesting, so I recommend that everybody is also coming tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening for the lecture, not tomorrow morning. And like I was saying before, I mean, first of all, it's super nice that you are in the temple, that you spend your most valuable time here. You could also do other things, but somehow or other you were coming here. And because normally we are searching something, because we are interested in kind of other things, normally we have some other backgrounds, or we have some friends who are recommending, oh, just go to the devotees, it's actually a nice place, it's a nice temple, everybody's friendly, you get nice to eat a lot in the morning, for lunch, in the evening, and yeah, everybody's relaxed and chilled, it's easy. It's not so heavy like outside when you have to go working for somebody else who just stressing, okay, here, at 7, if you don't come at 7 at work, you get something on your head, and then you have to stay, and you have to do some extra hours, and then 5 days a week, and maybe also on the weekend, and then you get some money, what normally is gone like this. I mean, we have this experience. Money doesn't stay very long. It's just running to your hands. But yeah, that's the material life. Nothing is stable. Everything is temporary. Things coming, things going. Sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. But mostly we get influenced by the things, or we take it seriously because we identify ourselves with our body. It's like if a war is breaking out. Now we have it nowadays with Russia and the other one. You're saying, oh, the bad Russians, and I'm poor Ukraine. It's just now an example. But you identify yourself with a country, with your body. That's the reason why you get influenced by these things. But in the end, in this sense, if you have a proper spiritual understanding and also develop some knowledge, this you understand, okay, the things are just temporary, and in the end they have nothing to do with me. I'm just having this body, I'm just in this country according to my karma, what I'm deserving. And according to this, I may have to suffer to a certain amount, and I can experience happiness to a certain amount. But if you're a self-reliant person, you understand you are not influenced by this stuff. It can maybe 18 degrees minus outside. In the summer we have 35 degrees plus, but you understand, okay, that's just temporary. Winter's coming, winter's going, you can do nothing about it. So you get not influenced by this. That's the theoretical part. Practically, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more complicated because we still have this bodily attachment. I mean, in one sense, it's, we can say okay or fine, because we lived so many millions of years. We are getting from life form to life form, and then we have a very deep attachment to these things, also to our family, etc. Maybe have kids, maybe have a wife, etc. But in the end, time of death, you have to let everything go. You cannot take nothing with you. Everything have to stay here. And that is also the ultimate test what we have to pass. You can may chant your whole life, but if you don't do it properly and you don't practice proper your spiritual consciousness, time of death will be your final test. If you don't pass it, you have to come back. Or the Lord, or the great devotees are so happy and pleased with you that okay. And may the great devotees, because it's also said, to Krishna's causeless mercy, he will take you back. It's basically not a thing what you can achieve by your own power, but it's just by the causeless mercy. But then you can question how we can get the causeless mercy of the Lord. Somebody have an idea? No problem, I will explain. By pleasing his devotees who are very dear to him. It's like when you want to meet the president, you cannot just go and say, hey, Mr. President, I want to meet you, let's talk. It will not really work. You have to go to a person who is very close to the president and please him, give him presents, etc. And then you get the chance to meet the president. It's like when you do business and want to meet a new business partner, but you don't have the contact, but you may have the contact of the person who knows the businessman. So you make friendship with him, you please him, and then he will introduce you. That's very simple, because in the end, Krishna is the highest personality. He is sanctioning all our things, and he's saying, yeah, you get it, or no, you don't get it. Especially like also, it's the reason why we also give always an anecdote with the tree and watering. You can water directly the roots, what is Krishna, or you can, what is the most efficient way, but you can water all the trees, what you can say are the demigods, but they also have to go to Krishna to ask for permission to give the blessings, or to give the benediction to his bhakta. So the Lord is always allowing these things. It's also described in Srimad Bhagavatam, what's very interesting. Even when we want to move our small finger, all the demigods going to the milk ocean and ask Lord Vishnu if we can move our small finger. If the Lord doesn't want, you cannot move your small finger. It's also described in the Shishastakam that by the will of the Lord all the blades and grass are moving, or they don't move. So that's basically an interesting way to meditate, that we don't become very proud, that we stay humble. And even if not nice things are happening to us or we get in difficulties, if we have the right, proper consciousness, you can take shelter by the Lord and saying, oh Lord, I understand, did something not so nice in my past, but to your causeless mercy, I don't have to suffer so much as I should. Like Queen Kunti, who's describing these things with the, I don't know, somebody were reading the book of the prayers of Queen Kunti? You should read it, it's very nice. It's a nice book. It's basically from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Which canto was it? First canto. Yeah. So the Queen Kunti had to suffer a lot because her sons got killed, the Pandavas were leaving, they had struggled so much, they lost their kingdom and basically everything what they had. But still, she was saying, because to this not so nice situation, I had the chance to remember always the Lord and to take more shelter at the Lord. But it's a super high, elevated position. And if things doesn't go right, I also say not so nice things and I think, why? But I'm still learning, what can we do? The most important thing that we chant the holy name and we have association with the devotees. Then everything becomes auspicious. And if the mind is freaking out, that's okay. Let it freak it out, take some more prasadam, and then everything will be alright later. At least that's my experience that is working. If you are not so happy, just eat some more nice prasadam. You have plenty of nice prasadam here. Especially weekend is coming, so there will be more nice prasadam. And make friends with the devotees, make friends with each other, so you can speak about your things, what is in your heart, what is may disturbing you, and ask for advice. Don't be shy. The devotees just want your best. It's normally that we take some time to get used to it, because normally when we're coming from a relationship or friendship, normally we just using each other to satisfy our senses and other things. That's the reason why we don't trust each other nowadays, not so much anymore. Everything is online, everything is modern. You don't have a personal talk, like I say, you can just everything do over WhatsApp, etc. But then you lose the personal relationships with the person, because at one point internet will not work anymore. What do you do then? Speak with your phone makes not very happy. For this, we need friends. Friendship you can make and maintain through personal relationships. Sometimes it's not easy, because like I said, everybody has his ego, his own ideas, but it's okay. We are all individuals. Everything, otherwise it would be not fun. If everybody is the same, it's a little bit boring. So, that's all what I have to say. Some question, comments, adjustments, please feel free to speak. Yes?
Sorry, there's a question in the chat.
Yes, hello chat, welcome.
So Shireen asks, what do we mean by worshipping ghosts in the mode of ignorance exactly?
That's very good. I can read from Bhagavad Gita, no problem. Kleinen Moment. She speaks English or German?
I would assume she speaks English. So, a question was worded in English, so that's fine.
Okay. Let me shortly check the verse. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, Bhagavad Gita is describing, I don't have an internet connection here, that's the reason I just have it in German. That basically Prabhupada refers here to his experience in India, that some people are worshipping at the graveyards, the forefathers, that gives them knowledge, that gives them money, etc. Because, I mean, there are ghosts in this world. Basically, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, if you kill yourself, if you make suicide, and you still have to spend a certain time in this world, you become a ghost. So basically, the ghost, you don't have the body, but you all have the desires, what you have with this body, but with the ghost, you cannot touch everything. You cannot eat, you cannot feel, you cannot taste, but you still have the desires. That's the reason why ghosts are not very happy. Not very happy beings. But they basically can go through walls, through windows. They are not bound to the material things like we are. So if you worship them, you can get in contact with them, and then they can tell you things, what they see, whatever, etc. So it's also a little bit creepy one, basically. And yeah, it's very interesting. And basically in India sometimes they're also worshipping the ghost. They build buildings for them or little huts, gives them some food, etc. to get, I think they get some blessings from the ghost, but I don't know if it's working. I also don't want to find it out. But just what Bhagavad Gita is saying. But basically, who is the boss of the ghost is Lord Shiva. He is in charge of ghosts and all the things. He is basically, you can say, the boss of them. So it's very, I hope I could answer the question of Mataji. Yes.
So, sorry. What activities would you recommend to new people in the temple that they should cultivate in the beginning, like to, I don't know, get fixed in Krishna consciousness? Anything you would recommend?
I mean, the most beneficial would be if you can attend the whole morning program. Because, I mean, it's very difficult in the beginning. I also have my problems, I will not lie. But it's the best way to start your day, because all what you put in your mind and consciousness in the morning will stay over the whole day. That's the important point. So if you have the chance at the temple to come to the morning program, I know it's not very easy sometimes because we're not used to it, but with a certain routine, and we get this habit, you stand up in the morning and go to the program because you like it. You can take a nap afterwards, not a problem, but try to come to the morning program because it's nice, you can see the Lord in the morning, it's a nice atmosphere, it's a nice arrangement, you can sing, you dance. Afterwards, I mean, if it's for you possible, and you can chant some rounds, it's also very nice. But then if you see you are tired, I mean, take a nap, it's okay. But yeah, that I would recommend the most, that really try to go to the morning program. I mean, if it's not possible for you because you sleep just too long, I mean, that's also okay in one sense. But then try to go to the lecture, that you attend and the other programs, that you go to deity greeting when the big thunderbolt is coming and the Lord is coming out, etc. And then you have lecture, Guru Puja lecture, that you at least do this. So you have a fixed standard thing what you do every day. And from this you can further advance and develop more and more and more. I mean, in psychological terms, because we have all our circle of capabilities, and if you establish it nicely, you can expand, it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger. It doesn't go overnight, it needs some determination, so you have to, but slowly it's working. I mean, I also had it in the beginning when I was in the temple. I didn't like it up to stand so early in the morning because I was used to smoke some ganja, you can sleep till lunchtime, whatever, and have a relaxed life. I mean, that's where we're coming from, also some of us. But with the time, I mean, after 2-3 months, I really tried to do it, and after time, okay, I woke up automatically at 4 o'clock, was taking my shower, coming to the morning program, and then you get a certain routine inside. It's all, what is the English word? It's all habits that to train your mind to do it. It's all in your mind. I mean, I was in the military, you have to do the things, if you like or don't like, doesn't matter. It's all in your mind. It's just your mind makes blah 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 all the time. It's just the mind. I mean, it's more easier done than said, but I know other words. It's more easier said than done, but it's all a training that because the mind is like a muscle. You can train your muscle, so you can also train your mind. And if you want to achieve something or become successful in something, you have to put effort in it. You see it in the big businessmen. They have a super tight schedule. They stand up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're doing their sadhana, what they're doing for business, and then they work till 8. Then they doing the business, and the night they're doing still some stuff. They sleep 5-6 hours, and then that's the routine. That's the effort what they're putting in, and for this they get a certain result. If you come every morning to the morning program, and one day you will not miss it anymore, and you will like the Lord very much, and you want to see Him every day. That will be also an attachment to the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev. But take some practice. But it's working. Just training is everything. You also don't become a carpenter or a painter overnight. You need certain training. Is that somebody else? Nobody? Then Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Vanchakalpa tarubhascha kripa sindhupa evacha patittanam bhavanam vaishnavayam namo namaha Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev ki jai. But nice that you're on the temple and spend your valuable time here. Very nice decision. Even if it's not easy, not a problem. You can make nice friends and you get a lot